Hi, welcome to Debbie's Stairs Demo. Hi, I'm Debbie. Today I just wanted to show you, by request, how I made the top part of this flower for one of my cards for the Artful Legacy design team. And it's basically just squares folded a little too far. This is what you call art gone too far. Well, what I'm going to do is show you the basic, because I've done a similar tutorial to this, and people were a little bit confused afterwards, said that they couldn't do it. So I'm going to use a large sheet of paper, because with my camera situation I can't get too terribly close up on small objects. So this is just an 8.5 by 8.5 sheet of paper. And what I did, you can see the lines. I'll just hold it up, and you're going to see my fold lines. And all I did was I took my hand, and now you'll notice I'll use a different tool. I'm going to come down a wee bit. Okay, I'm just going to put my hand here at the bottom. This is my top. And hold this, and I'm going to pull it. And again, it's going to get a little washed. You saw the lines. I'm not going to go, I'll tell you what I'm not going to do so you don't do this. You don't want to go corner to corner. You want that to go above the corner. So I'm going to take it and pull it upwards as I fold. And give it a crease. I know I already had a crease, but I want to crease it again just for the fun of it. Okay, and then I'm going to open this up, and you'll see I have a crease line. And I'm going to fold this side over into that crease line. That's important in order to get, you see, it touches the crease line. And ta-da! And you can adjust that if you want it to be a smaller fold over so that you get more of your color here and your pattern. I would take a two-sided paper, or I would ink it. This size flower, and you can see the size of it. There's my hand. I used 1.5 inch squares all the way around. This particular one that I'm working on, I'm only using 1 inch squares because that's the size flower that I want. What I use is my Fiskars Squeeze Punch. It's the scalloped. And I'm just going to pop it in here. I need to get a base. You can use any of your papers with it. It's not going to be seen. Now, one thing I would do is I would match up your scallops. One side, give it a fold, and then unfold it. And then match up the scallops on the other side. Now, you can take and just cut a 1 inch strip of paper and cut it up 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. It's according to your pattern. Now, if you'll notice on my pattern here, I get a lot of white spacing. You can see right there, and I don't want to show that white spacing. So I take my Fiskars Square Punch. It's 1 inch, and I find something with some color in it because it's going to be the inside part. So I'm just going to put that purple little bird right there up in a corner because it's the top corner that's going to get seen. I'm going to pop that out. Very easy. Pop. This is the bottom. This is the top. Always, you can see where you're putting your things. Slide it in. Note this on your Fiskars punches. It does have what it is on the outside of it. So if you've got them stacked, which these are great for stacking, it shows you the image on the outside of what your punch is. So I can just stack away. It's like sizes stack the best, so you can stack these all up. What I'm going to do is I've punched some. I already had some pre-punched, but I've punched one out, and because these are so small, I'm not using my finger. I'm actually using my Fiskars embossing tool. That's what you call multitasking your tools. Do that same pull upwards, crease, open it up, pull the other side over to a point, and over all the way to the crease, and close it up. That's simple, guys. Let's see, let's find a little, I'm just going to put a little glue dot there. You don't have to put a glue dot in there. You can leave it open, let it have a little bit of dimension to it if you want to. I've already got one started here, so I need to do one more to finish it out. So let's do one more. I'm going to put my bird up in the top corner so I can have some color on the bottom. Pulling upwards. When you get started with this and you get the hang of it, it goes pretty fast. Especially if you have your white papers, it's harder to see your crease. But for the most part, it goes pretty fast. You can do a big flower pretty quickly. And you can see that I found the center mark, and I can cover the whole thing with adhesive. I've got a strip of glue dots here. I can just put a glue dot and place it on the center and work your way around. Let's see, you can see I'm putting my last one in there. I'm going to push that all the way down into the center. And the centers don't have to be perfect because you're going to cover the centers up. See, now, this is what it looks like before you put the center into it. Ta-da! And before I put my center on it, what I'd like to do is take my Artful Legacy stamp that I really, really like. It's sort of like a pitted look, dots. It's really neat. And I've got some distress ink here. It's a Victorian velvet. It's not going to show up terribly well in this because it's like light colors, but I don't want it to. I just want it to basically just give it a little bit more look to it, a little bit more of a pattern on there. I know my flower's not this big, but I don't want to miss anything. Grab my paper, put her down. Now, if you're stamping an image, make sure your paper is flat. This just happens to be again, a little bit more of a pattern, a dimension there. And ooh, did you see that? I didn't push the buttons because they're not buttons. They are, for those who watch the demos, they're feet. Where the stamp is where you put your pressure at to get your to get your stamped image. Ta-da! And you can see it did a very good job. I'm going to move it. I'm going to show it to you. Isn't that a neat? I'm going to take this away now. And you can see now I have all those nice, wonderful Victorian velvet dots on my flower. I love it. I didn't know it would turn out quite that dark, to be honest with you, because I was debating whether to do it or not. Alright, some more glue dots. Glue dots are my friend. I'm just going to put a couple of, I picked out a button out of my stash. And you can sew it on, you can glue dot it on. Oh, there we go. I was looking for a row of them. There we go. And I'm going to put a pink button in the center. And look at that. You got a quick, nice flower. And it is quick. Once you do the first couple of them, these are fast and easy to do. Let's see. There we go. And if you want to, on mine, what I did is I went back and just added some pearls to it, some black pearls, and it sort of melted into all the dots that I did with the splatter with the Artful Legacy stamp. Such an easy thing to do, and so much fun. Put the kids to doing it. Make you a garden of paper flowers. Use your trimmer, use your Fiskars Square punches and scallop punches. It just is fun. It's just fun to make flowers this time of the year. I have these Spanish moss roses. It's sort of a ground cover that's just blooming. They bloom every morning, bloom every evening, and they're just blooming, and I'm loving it. And I love to bring my flowers into my studio and to be able to scrapbook and to make art with. You have a wonderful day. God bless you, and we'll see you again.